3 soulful coaching advice giving tips. Hi, I'm Philip Montrose. My wife and partner Jane Montrose and I at Awakenings Institute, we help people step up, tap into the heart and soul of coaching and healing. In this short video, I want to share some ways to give advice, because many people who are holistic that we talk to, who come to us, mention that they are often the go-to person that other people come to for advice, which begs the question, how do you give good, soulful advice? Well, first of all, people don't want you to tell them how to live your life. None of us want that. But they do want support, authentic support, genuine support, caring support, in a way that helps them live their life better. So whether you're helping a friend or a client, here are 3 tips on how to give good, soulful advice. Number 1, be the best listener you can be. Of course we want to listen. That's part 1. We're not saying much of anything at first. We have to remember that. And we love when people listen to us non-judgmentally, carefully, compassionately. That's wonderful when that happens to us. There was a person who said that they would let people call them for free for 5 minutes, and all they would do is just listen to them. And the person's phone rang off the hook, as it's once said. With cell phones, it's a little different. But the idea is to become a good listener. We love that to happen to us. Why don't we do it more for other people? Well, first, we may not know how to be a good listener, or have forgotten how to be a good listener. And second, we may not prioritize it. We may not set it as a priority to do this first. This is where we start. So good listening is being open, being quiet, quieting your mind, cultivating a place for the person to talk to you, and you're in a receptive place, without expectations, without agendas. Now, you might want to summarize periodically what the person is saying. So I'm hearing you say such and such, just to make sure you're on the same page, and that's good acknowledgement for the person too. Or you might want clarification. Maybe say, hey, I'd like a little more detail. Could you tell me a little more about that? So second soulful coaching advice giving tip is to offer a person choices and to ask questions. This is kind of a 2-part tip here. So offering choices, what does that mean? Well, if we're dictating solutions, if we're telling a person what to do, that's disempowering. You must do this. You have to do it this way. We don't like that done to us, of course. Instead, we want to be open and allow the person choices to consider different possibilities. And this is where offering more than 2 choices to a person, based on what the person is telling us, is helpful. More than 2 choices. The either-or choice is very flat, is very limiting and restrictive. Instead, offer a 3rd choice. So the 3rd choice would be something else, you could say. For example, it's either this or that or something else. It's either, well, I'm hearing you say that you might want to start the project now, you might want to think about it a little bit more, or something else. And that something else is possibility thinking. It opens the mind. It invites a lot of possibilities. And as we say in our miracle reframe, which we often do with EFT tapping, anything is possible, and miracles are happening now. Also, you want to put your advice, once you have an intuitive sense of what to say to the person, that advice in the form of a question rather than statement. Not always, but often. So if you want to say, you should rest more often, you should get more sleep, that's a statement. Turn it around and ask it as a question. It's more inviting, it's more opening. So would it help to rest more? Would it work for you if you got more sleep? Would that benefit you? So ask it as a question instead of giving a statement. And the third soulful advice giving tip is to be spacious, to be expansive. In other words, when you have more pauses and silence within your conversations with the other person, it allows things to gel. It has connections, integration. And that's when those aha moments, the light bulb moments occur. It's often not instantly. It takes some space and some time. You want to cultivate it. And it's sort of like a good romance. It takes some time and some dancing and going back and forth and listening and going forward and backward and being quiet. So allow those space to be open so something can emerge. And that will be very good for both of you to have the insights and feel that you're connected on a deeper level. So, in conclusion, if you use these tips, if you become a good listener, remember to become a good listener. If you ask questions and you give choices and you allow space for connections to occur, if you do all of that, you're going to have much more soulful conversations and really be able to help people much more, and you'll feel better about it too. It'll be a wonderful building rapport. And then something like a butterfly, you'll start to come out of that chrysalis and you'll be free, and both of you will come out of a chrysalis and be free in this exchange to have these deep, meaningful conversations that are relevant in the moment in a more soulful way.